You love making stuff. That spark of a brilliant idea is what keeps you going, isn't it? Sharing those unique stories and building a real community around what you care about is the ultimate goal. But let's be honest, the actual editing process can feel like it eats up your entire day and crushes your motivation. Sifting through hours of raw footage just to find that one golden nugget is an absolute grind. Trimming awkward pauses, trying to clean up that little bit of audio hiss, adding all the necessary captions takes forever. Then you have to grab relevant B-roll and then format everything perfectly for vertical versus horizontal platforms. When you're juggling a million other responsibilities, that editing backlog just turns into a hard drive graveyard for your best content. So let's talk about something that actually puts the joy back into making content instead of making it a second job. Meet Vizard, the tool designed to give you back your time and focus. Vizard intelligently watches your long-form videos and pulls out all the best, most engaging moments automatically. It's like having an editor on your team who instinctively knows what's likely to catch attention, and this one never needs a break. Now, lots of tools promise to slice clips, but Vizard is built to do it both incredibly fast and genuinely smart. It's specifically trained to recognize moments that have the potential to go viral across social feeds. We're talking beyond just loud reactions. It analyzes pacing, subtle pauses, and those tiny emotional beats that stop the scroll. So you stop agonizing over dragging that playhead back and forth trying to guess which 20 seconds will finally land. Vizard highlights the absolute best parts and then auto-creates polished, ready-to-post short-form videos from those segments. And the output is far more than just a simple chop. The clips come out formatted perfectly for every platform you use. Need vertical for TikTok and Reels, or horizontal for YouTube Shorts and Twitter? Vizard handles all that necessary formatting instantly, saving you huge amounts of export time. What about captions that really pop and keep viewers locked in? The system automatically highlights keywords to really drive your main points home, all timed perfectly to your speech. And of course, if you ever want to tweak that style or font later, everything remains fully editable, so your brand voice is always respected. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Other apps do captioning and auto-cropping, and that's definitely true. Tools like Descript, CapCut, or Opus Clip have certainly figured out some crucial parts of this whole process. Some are fantastic at transcription. Others excel at adding basic motion, but almost all of them leave you stitching the rest together manually. Descript, while powerful, can become expensive quickly and feels like you're learning an entire new digital audio workstation. CapCut is awesome for timeline work, but you still have to manually babysit the selection process for every single clip export. And Opus Clip is great at clipping, yet scheduling, batch management, and publisher-ready calendars are usually not its strong suit. This is where Vizard really steps in. It's focused on taking that long video and creating a consistent stream of ready-to-post content without the stress. One feature that completely changes the game is the auto-editing for viral clips functionality. You just upload your long podcast, your lecture, or that deep dive interview, and Vizard immediately starts scanning for the highlights. It deeply understands rhythm, where you placed emphasis, and those natural peaks where audience engagement spikes the highest. It then auto-generates multiple clips, each one expertly optimized for grabbing attention from the very first second. Those crucial elements of motion and pacing that usually cost an editor an entire hour or more, Vizard layers them in intelligently. Another function that genuinely simplifies your entire workflow is the powerful auto-schedule feature. You simply tell the system how often you want to publish and what your best posting windows are for maximum reach. Vizard then queues everything up and publishes those clips precisely according to the rules you established. No forgetting required. For any creator striving for that crucial consistency, this hands-off scheduling ability alone is truly a massive game changer. Since strategic planning is genuinely half the battle, Vizard brings everything together in one central content calendar view. You can see every scheduled post, every pending edit, and exactly where each clip is set to go live, all in one place. You have the power to edit, reorder items, and even hit publish directly from this single command center. This means significantly less hopping between different apps and far fewer forgotten drafts sitting silently in a folder. It finally gives you that high-level bird's-eye perspective on your entire content strategy that you've always needed. Let's shift focus to the undeniable quality, because captions are certainly not just an afterthought tacked on at the very end. Vizard meticulously times every word directly to your speech pattern, ensuring maximum readability for your viewers. It proactively highlights key phrases using color and adjusts the layout dynamically based on whether the clip is tall or wide. Want bold, impactful subtitles with bright, attention-grabbing keyword pops? That is incredibly easy to achieve here. Prefer small, clean, professional text for a more mature brand aesthetic? That's just as simple to select and apply. You bypass the need for a separate, dedicated captioning tool or hiring a specialized graphic designer for these basics. And yes, let's address the audio quality, because great content sounds just as important as it looks. If your recording environment had echo or your microphone placement wasn't exactly perfect, Vizard handles the cleanup automatically. It actively reduces distracting background noise and lifts your voice presence, giving you a much more professional final sound profile. The result is clips that don't just look better, but actually sound clearer, compelling viewers to watch past the critical first 5 seconds. Vizard doesn't just throw in random stock B-roll, it adds visual elements with genuine intention behind the placement. Think tasteful cutaways, smart dynamic zooms, quick transitions, and even graphic overlays to break up static shots. These additions are strategically placed to maintain momentum, underline your funniest punchlines, and just make the whole piece more clickable. Normally, achieving this level of polish requires multiple layers, complex plugins, or painstaking frame-by-frame editing work. With Vizard, that same level of visual sophistication can often be achieved with what feels like a single, thoughtful click. Here's a subtle, but incredibly useful hidden gem. Vizard gives you real guidance on which clips are truly worth prioritizing. Consider it your built-in engagement radar, as each potential clip receives a performance score based on several key factors. The algorithm considers pacing, the emotional tone detected, and the amount of visual variety present in the clips segment. This objective scoring system helps you select clips with the very best chance to perform well, moving beyond relying only on your gut feeling. Now, let's take a quick, honest reality check regarding the competition you might be comparing this against. Many creators are still stuck stitching together manual editing, a separate scheduling app, and yet another dedicated captioning utility. That patchwork workflow can technically work if you have ample time, a large budget, or an editor already on staff. But for the vast majority of solo creators and small teams, it means too many steps and too many monthly subscription fees piling up. Some competing tools nickel and dime you, charging per minute of processing. Or they lock essential features behind the most expensive tiers. Others might be masters of transcription or motion, but they completely leave you stranded when it comes to the end-to-end system. Vizard's core advantage is bundling the entire short-form creation pipeline into one seamless and intuitive environment. Find the moment, create the edit, polish the audio and captions, and then schedule the delivery. It's all housed right here. That consolidation translates directly into less tool fatigue and a far more consistent flow of published content every week. Look, the reality is that editing often feels like the part of content creation that actively drains the excitement right out of everything. You get that fantastic initial burst of energy when you film, and then the sheer dread of the edit just completely kills that momentum. But when you have a system that actively removes friction, turning hours of dull, repetitive work into just a few smart clicks, showing up becomes easy. And consistently showing up, week after week, is the single most reliable way that audiences truly start to grow in significant numbers. So, if you truly want to spend your energy filming amazing ideas instead of fighting with timelines, let Vizard handle the heavy lifting for you. This isn't about replacing your creative input. It's about providing a smarter, faster shortcut, so more of your great work actually gets seen. If you want to see this powerful process in action, check out that walkthrough link that should be appearing on your screen right now. That demo will vividly show you how an entire hour-long episode can be transformed into 10 completely ready-to-post clips in just a fraction of that time. Ultimately, the act of creating content should remain something you genuinely look forward to doing every single day. Tools like Vizard are specifically engineered to make it much easier to turn your recorded raw footage into swipe-stopping, shareable gold. Embrace the technology to handle the necessary busy work, allowing you to simply keep focusing on sharing those powerful ideas. Keep creating your amazing work. Let this smarter tech handle the monotonous grind and get your voice heard out there in the world. Remember, your loyal audience is waiting eagerly for every single piece of value you produce, so don't keep them waiting any longer.